first off today, what we're about to get into, Reciprocity and UIU. Who are you leaning toward? What are you thinking?
I'm leaning towards Reciprocity because I don't think that their hardpoint record is indicative of how good or bad they are at hardpoint. They're 2-7 in hardpoint. But I think that they've choked so many close games that if they are able to close out one of the 2 hardpoints, they're that much better than UIU at Search and Destroy that they should be able to take the series.
I'm feeling the same way. UIU is just not as consistent in S&D. They only beat EG, and EG hasn't won a single search. So, Reciprocity, they beat Midnight yesterday, Game 5. I'm going Reciprocity in a 3-1 fashion. Yeah, 3-1.
Nameless, you think UIU can pull something out?
Yeah, I do. I think UIU can absolutely pull something out. I think Methods and Mayhem, they've been playing at a high level, especially in the respawns. And you got to think at some point their Search and Destroy has to get a little bit better. Reciprocity is a great Search and Destroy team, but I don't see their hardpoint struggles ending today. I think Reciprocity, they still have a lot to work on, and UIU's a great team. This is going to be a tough matchup.
Yeah, and honestly, though, I love that we're starting off the day with such a good match. I'm really excited to see what happens, but we are ready now to hand it over to Miles and Momo with our first match of the day.
Thank you very, very much, Katie. Miles and Momo here, and boy, this is going to be a treat. I don't know if we're going to see, again, Pac touched on it, obviously the woes of hardpoint when it comes to Reciprocity, excuse me. They are notorious chokers when it comes to these hardpoint games, and I wonder if anything's going to change today.
It's difficult, like we were discussing before we went live, these 2 teams, we've looked at the stats, Reciprocity, we've seen signs of brilliance, when Tommy's going off, he's dropping near on 50 bombs, when Wuskin's having a game of his life, it's great, but when they're not, it seems to be hard for them. Whether that's, mid-game and things start to crumble, it's tough. On the side of UIU, though, we've seen some inconsistencies. Again, we've seen great things, some bad things, some ugly things. But I think this is going to be a very, very close match. But I think actually the matchup in itself is very good too.
And here we go. Here's your series. Seaside Hardpoint. That gridlock Search and Destroy is going to be coming up next. But boys and girls, strap yourselves in. We've already begun. Here we go. UIU versus Rex. Straight into that hardpoint down on Seaside. Already off to a strong start for Zez. He finds himself 3. Unbelievable stuff from him. Almost managing to get another one out of that, but Knight's going to clean him up. UIU with the early control here. But Denz and Co now fighting their way back in there as UIU hang into that hard point. Early start for them again. We brought up the players of Methods and Mayhem. They've been going great. Knight been incredibly clutch when it comes to the Search and Destroys. But Tommy now, this absolute respawn wizardry we've seen from him, making his way in from behind, does get cleaned up. UIU with an early lead.
Yeah, UIU, beautiful stuff there. Rek are going to break in and look to get the scrap time. And while they get that last 20 seconds, I do want to point out, and I think sometimes we miss, is the vetoes. Sometimes we kind of brush over it. This is actually Reciprocity's pick here. They're undefeated in the Pro League on Seaside at 1-0. UIU, though, this is technically, quote-unquote, their best match here. They're 2-0. So someone's got to lose, of course, but we'll have to wait and see how it breaks down. Reciprocity do get the scrap time, and as we flip over to the courtyard, you look at those spawns, that mini-map, definitely favouring UIU here, as they have the barrels, they have those back spawns. Look at Wuskin, and Denz has just spawned at the back as well. Poor control, pushing it into barrels a little too much there, Miles.
Now, we talk about choking for Reciprocity when it comes to these kind of game types, getting early leads and letting them fly away. This is the exact opposite. Right now, UIU are decimating the competition. I mean, to be completely honest with you, Tommy's going 1-5. Wuskin's sitting at 1-3 right now. Denz 2-3. It's not a strong start for Rek. And on the other side, UIU are running this one completely. 6-4 for Knight, 5-2 for Mayhem. Methods, not a single kill to his name yet, but again, the scoreline is starting to change hands. This is the turn that Rek wanted. Wuskin's in control of the hardpoint. Early contest there from Proto is going to get cleaned up instantly by Zed. Nice bit of a returned volley from Reciprocity. And as we roll over into the next hardpoint, the final 10 seconds remaining, the rotation's coming through. UIU gunning for this one. Denz is going to be the player they're running into.
Miles, look at this setup. Just take a second. Full rotation, scrap time, and people pushing down to Cafe. This is perfect here for Reciprocity because, yes, one player just dies. Guess where he's going to spawn? Right at the back. Hi, guys, I'm back. And let's go once again, 5v5. Can they go for the retake? You'd like to think Reciprocity can hang on to this with the position that they have, but Methods and Skies breaking through, punching a hole in that defense, and they're actually pressuring here, and this is great from UIU, a surprising great in that sense, but Denz denying one, Proto jumping on in, and here we have Shawnee again in the power position, is going to be taken down. Zed, can he he do anything from behind? We'll have to wait and see. But UYU, credit where credit is due. That is a brilliant break, Miles.
That was an incredible break. Sensational work. They managed to hit the player Dens on the outside of the map, and then when it came to the player on the wine barrels, he got eliminated as well. And this from Skies, a perfect 3 from him, King of the Fountain, just spitting all over those players from Rec from that power position, 5 points away from his sniper's nest. That is an exceptional turnaround from UYU. Off the back of a marvelous break, now they're going to have themselves streaks. Wine barrels now getting loaded up, and it is going to be the boys of Reciprocity in control for the time being. But here we go. Skies, streaks at the ready, desperate to get into this.
And I'll tell you what, the easiest attack chopper you're ever going to get. When you need 5 points and you just sat in that hard point, of course, as time ticks, you will be rewarded with that score. So full streaks for Skies. Not necessarily going to use them here on barrels, of course, a lot of it inside, but we'll have to wait and see. If you have watched any of the previous Pro League, this is where Tommy usually likes to invest that grab slam, but he's absolutely nowhere near it here. We're going to have to wait for the next rotation. Pushing on forward, Shawnee, Zed, the close quarter combat, favouring the boys of Reciprocity. Knight trying to answer back, Dens and Zed going big here. Those are your Sorg players, the SMG duo, if you like. And he is going to be rewarded with a couple more points. A very close game. This is what we expected, Miles. 81 to 73.
But hand it to the players of Rec. You know, they've got the points on the board, but they are not holding on to these kills. The kills are certainly going the way of UYU, outslaying them heavily at this point. And it's showing in the streaks. It's now showing in the points as well. Sniper's Nest has come on through for Skies. That's going to make the outside of the map very, very dangerous. As we go back over to the first hard point, they have to push through a completely uncovered area in order to get here, in order to get into the cafe, and that is going to start to get real ugly real quick. Hard point flips over. UYU in control. Reciprocity now have to run the gauntlet to try to get in there.
Full rotation, done, dusted, and as we hit the restart, we're going to see Knight in control, taken down once again by that sort of Dens. Dens and Zed so deadly up close, but on the flip side, I think Proto finding up a triple, and he's actually getting close to streaks as well. Has that drone squad for his third, but he's not even going to unlock the first. War Machine, though, Specialist is available. Flak Jacket in abundance for the boys of Reciprocity. Mayhem trying to cause just that, and oh my, he's going to get taken down by Zed once more.
I mean, that Flag Jacket, what it does is it completely stops that War Machine. You know, you saw those direct shots almost on Tommy, and he takes those on the chin like a champ, and in the end, they manage to hold. Shawnee finds a nice two-piece on the back end there. Dens has got his Tempest at the ready. Nice turn, can't get it done. And as you can see, the scoreline's still tight. I have to give it back to UYU, though. 16-9 for Skies. He's having an absolute blinder. 16-9 for Mayhem as well. Methods hasn't exactly popped off here so far, but still doing the work in the back end. And as you can see for Rec, flooding through the front end. Here comes Knight on his horse, galloping forward. Finds himself a second. Tommy and Shawnee are done. There's another notch on the belt around the corner, and that's Waskin. Big shots, can't get it done. 21, the Reciprocity's 110. Time now ticking away. Tommy with the hard point. Here comes the Tempest from Dens. Now the shots are going to be lighting up. Now they're going to get those players in close quarters. Start getting that chain effect. Start getting them tied up together. 21-17. Here comes the contest. Proto's in. There's a grab slam waiting for him if he can get it.
And there it is. Tommy loves to use it on the courtyard. He does implement it. We've seen him pick up double after double, but this time it's just the one as Waskin finds himself a nice couple. However, rotation going down, and this is where Reciprocity on the previous rotation had things. Do want to touch on the Method sat at 9 and 10. He's currently sat at number 2 in the Pro League at a 1.31. Maybe that is the difference maker for UYU to take the lead, to win this series, and to win the hard point. But Shawnee finds one. Has 5 bullets left in the chamber. Can he do what the likes of Raided has done before? 2 out of 2. Shawnee does go down. That's going to be it for the Annihilator.
Love this aggression from Proto. What he's doing now is trying to make sure those players don't get in the back end. Methods pulls his Annihilator out. Starts to make things a little dangerous, a little interesting. Tommy in from behind, as is Zed. Knight is there to walk them out, clean them up. War Machine out as well. Waskins is going to keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on at the back. Mayhem's coming in there, and he's going to do what he can to flush those players out. This has been a great hold now. UYU are just fighting tooth and nail. Proto keeping it going. That's a great hold. He's managed to keep the defensive hold all together now, as Reciprocity have got to lick their wounds and back on up. 30 seconds left, and as you can see, the rotation for the next hard point is already going down. The gunfights are well and truly underway. Proto, I want to hand it to him there. Great awareness, great movement, fantastic use of the grapple, and the slam came out as well. Hats off to him.
Yeah, UYU, defensive on the fountain as well as offense. They've been very, very strong on that hard point individually. However, as you pointed out, the rotation does favor Reciprocity. I'm worried about Skies here. He's got the streaks. He has, obviously, that kind of push around the back as we jump on board with him just now. 3 players go down. This is perfect for Skies. He can sweep on in. And with his rotation, he's going to spawn out Zed, Dens, and Tommy down by the cafe. Credit to someone like Skies there who, in all honesty, did he pick up a kill? Absolutely not. Did he have the vision? Yes, he did. And talking of vision, the vision pulse, I believe, was popped as well.
just a note as well, the total specialist changes, guys. I mean, 1 second. 22 and 12. Currently on a 3 killing spree, 2 streaks back to back now. Still got a lot in the bag as he can throw his way forward. But I wanted to bring up the specialist use. Shawnee running the Annihilator now has taken that one off of Wuskins, who's running now Battery. I wonder if that change has been coming through. Last week, we saw Wuskins Annihilator not really finding its mark, and so far so good again for Shawnee, but 198 now to 155. UYU break the 200 mark. They managed to climb that one through. As you can see, the next hard point lining up. Reciprocity in control for now, but as we've seen from UYU, the breaks are just so clean, so decisive. Methods can't get it done. Denz is there, Shawnee's there. This is a great hold, but kill streaks, baby, they'll get it done.
Yeah, he's going to put this right through the roof here. Probably not pick anything up. He's just going to slow it down, which just keep them off the hard point for 2 or 3 seconds. As his teammates do rotate round. Reciprocity pretty much need a full hold here. They also need to get that rotation. With UIU sat on 208, they can play those streaks. They can play the time as well, but Denz and Zed, once again, going big for the squad. Mayhem and Knight answering back, though, with 30 seconds left. You've got to go big, and the melee comes through. The trades, the blows, and the woes, as Knight is going to fall. 25 seconds of scrap. This could put Reciprocity pretty much level pegging here with UIU. So, at this point, Miles, you're in game. You're getting tied up on. UIU need to cut their losses. They need to rotate and focus on the next hard point. There goes the TAC 5 boost, and we've got a Hellstorm to play with. Believe it, actually a Lightning Strike for Skies.
Great way to get it started. Mayhem finds 2. Takes her a Proto as well. Shawnee, great awareness. So he's watching his plays from the back. This is a lovely move from Shawnee. Totally aware that the spawns were not in his favor, and now he's just managed to turn it around. If he can get this kill on Proto, he can flip him, and that's going to be very, very dangerous. Shawnee in from behind. Is he going to be able to get this done? Even 1 kill is going to help in this situation. That's big on a Knight. Shawnee getting it done in the back end as well. Sky's up next. Now you got control. TAC 5's going to come out and keep him fighting fit. 210 away from streaks as well. This has been quite the turn of events for Rec.
I tell you what, credit to Shawnee on that one. The double kill is so crucial. He spawns all his teammates in the back. However, look at the rotation. Look at the spawn, should I say, of UYU. Now they're in the back. This game, more than likely, is not going to end on this hard point. We're going to be rotating. Look at number 6. Denzi's already given up 25 seconds, maybe rightly so as well. But look at the players still trying to push. It's going to be Zed. He's going to fall. And look at the clock. They can end it here. They have to push. I was doing the math there, and Reciprocity, you might have rotated early. Maybe a bit too early. A bit premature, if you like, but the contest needs to come in.
Oh, my goodness. Shawnee's in. Denz is trying to make it happen. He manages to turn that around by getting that kill streak.
Look at the spawns.
They've spawned out. Wait, the players on they're on the left as well. They managed to come in the back.
They've recognized it.
They've got to get rid of it now. Proto's got to get this done. The shots are through. Tommy's gone down. Denz is the last player alive in the back. Can he find the kills? Methods, Annihilator out. He's going all in on this one. He's gone big. He's got Denz. They're going to get the time now. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. UYU take map number 1. A blunder? A choke? Denz on a different time zone. He was living in the future, but the past and present was still happening. What was that?
Difficult. I mean, I'm sat here trying to work out the time. When you're in game fighting 5 of the best Call of Duty players, it's difficult, but that's no excuse. You know, someone needs to take charge of, look, they're on 2:36 and they have 18 seconds left. They're gonna make that win. They rotate a little slow, should I say, and they actually do get the contest. However, because they challenged, 2 of the players obviously spawned back. Obviously, Fountain, very unfortunate. However, we're talking map 1, we're talking hard point. It has been a bit of a weakness for Reciprocity. It has been more of a favorable, set of skills, if you like, for UYU. And coming out on top there, not a huge surprise, but the actual matchup head-to-head, very, very close as we expected. Credit to Methods at the end, though. That Annihilator came good. I think with Denz on the back. It's a tough shot, but when only 1 bullet needs to connect, it's always a plus.
I mean, look, it's a tough spot to find yourself in. I mean, for Denz, I think he rotated so early because he expected his teammates to win the fight there in the barrels. And if that fight goes down, then, of course, you've got the spawns and you're all good to go for the next hard point. But, oh, man, what a match that was. Either way, Jess had a quick catch-up with Proto before the start of this matchup. Jess, let him know what he said.
Thanks, Miles. Yeah, well, honestly, I can really tell that UIU are feeling the pressure. Proto told me we had a lot of issues yesterday. He said the biggest issue they had was their communication, but he assured me, you know, we went over a few things, and that's definitely not going to be an issue anymore. He did follow up with, you know, we've choked a lot of series, so going forward, we just want to make sure that we can win every match. Now, over on the side of Reciprocity, had a little catch up with Shawnee, and honestly, the Reciprocity guys are just feeling so great. Shawnee told me, you know, over the weekend, we just started playing twice as well as we were playing last week, and and they are just so, their spirits were lifted by that midnight win, so I can definitely tell they're feeling like they're in a great spot. He didn't speak to any specific issues that they've had, but did say, you know, that we spent a lot of time going over VODs, and we identified a lot of problems that we didn't notice while we were winning. So they're definitely feeling good. Let's see how the rest of the series goes. Miles, Momo, back over to you guys.
Many thanks, Jess. I mean, confidence in abundance for Shawnee right now. Shawnee's, this week he's already looking better than he has done for the entirety of last week, even throughout Vegas. You know, Shawnee was one of the players I saw coming out of Cold World War II. Great shot, great game sense. He was looking fantastic. Black Ops 4 has been a little hit and miss for him, but now he's looking fantastic. That's exciting for me.
Yeah, I do want to look back and kind of go over the very end of this hard point and just kind of break it down for you as well. Look at the minimap. That's the key thing here. Yes, the time is ticking. However, the contest does come in. A lot of action. The Tempest, of course, was invested here, and the contest right here on your screen. Great. Shawnee picks up a double, and you cast your eyes to the top left, and you think 3 players rotating. Is it going to be enough? But it is simply the spawns of Methods and Proto which change the game, because Tommy's distracted. He has to push for the back. Dens does obviously kind of take control, but now the rotation coming in. The unfortunate spawns down by the courtyard, obviously, for Reciprocity. But again, it kind of comes down to rotation, to timing, and knowing those spawns. And even when, you know, the boys of Rec were pushing up from Cafe to Fountain, they probably knew, and they seemed like they did know when they were pushing up, those guys are going to spawn in the back. Very, very unfortunate for them. Well played, of course, but I think the score streaks of Skies going off at the very start of the game, incredible plays, putting big numbers up. For me, you know, UYU, they win the hard points, you know, more often than not in the Pro League, currently set at 4 and 3. Reciprocity 2 and 5, now 2 and 6. And again, I expect a bit more from Methods. You know, he's #1 on a lot of these stat leaderboards, 1.3 and such, but it's over, it's out, and we're heading to Gridlock. And talking about Search and Destroy, Miles, this is where the stats kind of favor Reciprocity a little bit.
Well, there you go. Search, again, in terms of the stats, definitely favoring Rec, and again, Des talked about it. Rec is such a strong Search team, but UYU's form, I was worried that they were going to stagnate after a while. I mean, they're both sat 2 and 3 in the league. I was worried that this team were going to stagnate, especially we've seen a bit of a rise coming out the guys of Reciprocity, but now UYU's form's looking absolutely pristine. So we roll now into the Search and Destroy, the second map in our series, and it is going to be a Gridlock to the land of the rising sun, to the land of overturned cars and fire trucks that just never stop spitting water.
A lot of water in that fire truck, by gosh. Talking, I actually did think on a more serious note, when you kind of said, you know, would UYU kind of level out, I thought it may have been a bit of a honeymoon period with Methods, you know, on a high and, you know, like I said, topping all the leaderboards. But on the flip side of things, I do want to talk about Reciprocity and Search and Destroy. These guys right now, 3 and 2 in the Pro League. Zed, #1 damage per minute. You know, for this guy to kind of be at that level, it's incredible. But Tommy and Wuskins, the real shining stars for me on Search and Destroy, currently sat at a 1.3, 1.3. And these guys are the ones that are driving this home. Watching these guys back and watching the VODs, it's the trades. And that's what I see when I see a Reciprocity. It's the trades that come in on Search and Destroy for the likes of Tommy and Wuskins. Positioning. Not necessarily rotations, but just kind of wolf-packing a little bit, going around the map together. So keep your eyes on that one. But UYU, on the flip side of things, 1 and 4 so far on Search and Destroy the Pro League. I'd expect Rec to tie this one up. However, we love surprises in the CWL.
Nothing but surprises. One thing that has surprised me genuinely was, again, we talked about that, the situation that UYU are going through, team changes, Methods now finding himself a place. But Rec, for me, Rec, the biggest surprise in that last matchup was Tommy. Tommy, his performance in the Respawn game types has been historical, man. I mean, he's been going insane every matchup. We've seen him pick up streaks back to back. Yeah. I mean, every start of every single hard point, Tommy goes off to like a 6-0 kill, gets himself full streaks, and they run the start of the game in a great, great way. He did not do that previously. Skies was the one running the show there for UYU, and that really snuffed Tommy out. At the same time, though, we got Zed, who's been super consistent so far for me, incredible player. Wuskins has been up and down, but the highs are so high. We saw yesterday's matchup, the 1v4. I mean, exceptional stuff from them. Same could be said from Shawnee, is that kind of that ability starts to level out, starts to find himself a little bit more consistent. It's just good stuff all around.
Yeah, and Tommy, a veteran of Call of Duty, period. You know, going back to, we're talking over a decade here. He's on the list of Europeans that are still in it, you know, from the beginning. It's a very short list, I will say, and he's had his super, super highs and his lows in his career as well. We saw him, you know, teaming with Wuskins on the likes of Fnatic. You know, he was in and amongst the rounds, names of Swanee and Jerd and everyone, literally under the sun. And, you know, someone who now finds himself in very much a leadership role, which he wasn't always that player. You know, we go back 6-7 years and he was kind of the young talent that just nobody could stop, and now he finds himself almost the teacher, if you like.
We find him that on Fnatic in Infinite Warfare. As soon as he picks up those young guns, he picks up Skrapz and Woskins, who at the time were basically nobodies, and he gets himself Sunny B, and they have some limited success. And again, all they do is just turn heads and turn heads. And now when you look at Woskins and you look at Skrapz, Skrapz touted as one of the best players in the league. Form on the little bit of a dip now. I know he's listening, but it's true. At the moment, though, incredible turn of events for those players. You've got to hand it to Tommy, having the eye for talent, having that ability to bring players around him and set up great teams.
Yeah, and talking, obviously, leadership, obviously, yeah, Tommy takes a lot of that, but what obviously is new is Shane. You know, within Reciprocity, you know, a player which is on that same list as Tommy. I know we said it was short, but you've got two of those now on one squad. The coach, of course, if you don't know, is Shane for Reciprocity. He brings an element that a lot of people kind of can't bring. The Bamboozler, his nickname was. Obviously, when he played, he liked to throw ones left and right and find himself some nooks and crannies. But the flip side of the seas, the North American squad, UYU. And again, some new names here on this side. You know, amateurs kind of coming through now, labeled as the professional players that they deserve to be. And, you know, I would say kind of spearheaded by the new edition of Methods.
Yes, there's been a controversy around, you know, Methods joining the squad, but I think it's undeniable the presence and the numbers he's bringing. He's been great all, you know, first week long, second week was ideal. At the moment, you know, the nice thing for me about the squad is UYU, it looked like a one-horse team, you know. He was a shining star in that squad. It feels like the rest of the team now, they're building that confidence around him. And again, time in the league, time playing, everyone else is starting to pop up. We had Mayhem, we've talked about constantly. Knight is another player who, for me, is turning heads. And at the same time, Proto, we've seen his ruin time and time again, hitting the spots at the right times. There he's on your screen. He's just an absolute nightmare to watch and play against. He seems like the kind of player, just when you think the chips are down, in comes a grapple, out comes a slam. He's the kind of guy, he's always in the right place at the right time, and I'd love to have someone like that on my team.
Oh, most definitely. Any of these on the main stage, if I can get one of them on my team, I'm happy. But I do want to talk, and I know we're jumping the gun here a little bit. I think we're getting into the search and destroy. But Control, you can see on the right-hand side, Control KD for Proto, 0.83. And I wanted to bring this up maybe in the Control itself, but Proto and Skies are ranked 31st and 35th out of 40 miles. It sounds pretty bad. But on the flip side of things, Mayhem, Methods, and Skies are ranked 2nd, 5th, and 8th. Their Control is like no other. You know, it seems like, you know, 2 betas and 3 players who are slaying. And it's very, very strange. I've watched some of, obviously, the VODs back. Mayhem is dropping like a 1.73 in Control itself. Is topping the leaderboards on many of them. They're currently sat at 3-1. And I worry, because if this man himself gets to Control at a 2-0, I almost feel like it's done. You know, we look at Rex Control. It's currently sat at 0-4 in the Pro. Rex need this search and destroy. Yes, the stats favor them, but right now, UYU, they're on this momentum train, and no worries. No wonder he's smiling after that performance. He's probably just looking forward to Control.
That's the thing. It's the form of UYU is just on the rise. We worried about the stagnation. You said the honeymoon period, perfect point for Methods. But if anything, the team is just getting better and better. And the stats are showing it, and the gameplay is showing it right now. I mean, Methods can put his feet up and take a chill pill, man. He can go big chilling on that last map. Still, the team's bringing home the bacon. Methods, again, MVP performances on Cold World War II.
Yeah.
Tournament wins, exceptional stuff. I mean, look, if you missed it, ladies and gentlemen, the first hard point was a nail-biter. Here's the final few moments. Check that mini-map out. The battle now going down for Wine, and again, the scoreline is the most exciting part.
It is very tough, you know, watching it back for the second time. I feel for Reciprocity, because look at them. They're getting the spawns. They're spawning of what pro players may say Banana, where number 6 is there in the middle, in the hallway. They have the rotation, which they could have maybe kept the whole time, but the time just did not favor them. They had to re-challenge. You see 6, 8, and 10, now number 9, all flooding through these barrels just to contest for a couple of seconds. And what this does is very, very unfortunate. They get the contested, the Tempest goes down, and you're going to see Shawnee clean up right now. And here it is. It's looking good. You see the players on the top left. They're pushing through the stairs. And maybe if they just got into that hard point, maybe a split second here, we would have a different scoreline. But unfortunately for them, the kills go down. And when they do go down, number 7 is out of the game, basically. Zed, done, dusted. No time to even rotate round. Same goes for Tommy. And it just becomes a numerical difference, which they cannot overcome. UYU close it out, but I want to give UYU so much credit for the first rotation on Fountain. They broke it with such ease, and it was probably the best setup team I've seen on that hill for a very long time. They were pushed out down to Cafe.
we saw the defensive hold from Rek. We had Den sitting just on the outskirts of the cafe, sitting watching the players in the flank. 3 players flood through, trades through 1, still 2 guys. Those 2 guys hit the stairs. A player spawns with them, they run on up. Tommy's there on the top of the stairs by Fountain. He gets 1 guy, trades out, but at the same time, they've got the numbers.
Seaside Control, interesting choice, obviously, kind of going forward. We talked, obviously, about Rek's very poor Pro League Control. The only map they haven't played on Control is Seaside. So I was actually expecting this, going into this, you know, try something different. They've lost on every other map, but they've not played Seaside. On the flip side of things, UYU, they look very strong at Control. Whether it'll make a difference, I'm not sure, but Control is not around the corner just yet. We've got Search and Destroy, Miles.
Hope you didn't unpack your bags. We've got a return trip plan now to Gridlock. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Finally ready to rock and roll. Again, we apologize for that slight technical issue. And if you haven't played the new Close Quarters Frenzy Blackout game type, I recommend you do it.
I have, Miles.
It is insane.
I was teamed up with this guy, actually, on that. It was called Miles the Wrath, I think he was named.
Don't do this.
Dropped.
Don't do it, bro. Don't do that.
Okay, moving on. It's fine.
Don't do it.
Search and Destroy, Gridlock. It is a lot of fun. Let's be serious. A lot of fun here. As is the Pro League itself. Again, the biggest competition, the best competition in the world. With the best names, the biggest organizations. And let's kick this one off. 90 seconds on the clock. 10 players alive and kicking. Round 1.
10 players alive and kicking, but not for much longer. We're all in on A. It looks like only number 9, that's going to be Tommy's, yet to get involved in this one. Slight rotation there from the guys from UYU. They identified the players on the bomb site towards the A. And now they've managed to dip, and they're rolling out together. You can see them all completely. I mean, they're holding hands, man. Thank God early in this game there are no nades yet. As you see, that would have been an absolute mess. Number 9 on your screen, Tommy lying in wait for that B push. Again, that may have just paid off for him, but UYU playing this one very tentatively, very pensively, not willing to give away any advantages just yet, and they've managed to disperse somewhat. Now Tommy versus Proto. Back and forth. Proto's going to get it. First blood goes to UYU.
UYU striking first. The first blow goes in. Tommy hits the deck. And now Method's just paroling here in the middle. Got a lot of map control and a lot of knowledge. However, it's going to be a bit of a bloodbath going down at A. A lot of shots exchanged. It's going to come down to the trades. Method's taking down his own teammate. 8 to see it. The advantage soon slips away, but now down to a 2v2 with 15 seconds left on the clock. The clock will not matter as Mayhem has found 2. Needs to find the third. It's going to be Shawnee. And can he slip and slide? Oh my goodness, the melee goes. The melee does not connect, and Mayhem. Oh, that's a tough one.
Man, I mean, let's just... I want to take a deep breath and just check Mayhem's Maddox up close is furious, man. I mean, he outshot Zed on the slide. He so nearly took care of Shawnee as well. Had he not missed that melee, that was done and dusted, man. Shawnee's rocking the ICR right now. Again, the ICR, enough has been said about how it isn't the best weapon at close range, but man, he made that a fight. First round, though, despite losing that first blood, does go the way of Rek.
And after yesterday, Reciprocity, like I said, they were 3-2 in the Pro League. Now 5-2. Of course, they won the game 5. They took an extra 2 yesterday to pad those stats. I think I did my research a little too early, but no harm in that. Pushing forward, it looks like Rek are hitting B. And they're going to be hitting it hard. 3 players lingering around the middle as well. UYU have got to call a friend here. Use a lifeline. Skies is going to take one down. Dens is going to fall. Wuskins answering back. 4v4.
Oh, fantastic work there. Wuskins and Shawnee managing to get in the back, managing to get pressure on Mayhem now. This is big. I really thought Reciprocity were in a bit of trouble there. Skies not quite able to get them done. Zed now in from behind. This is absolute textbook work. Zed on the flank. Finds 2. Mayhem's up next. 4v1. UYU have basically got to just play for as many points as they can now. The bomb's gone down. Mayhem, though. Oh, confident. Very, very confident. And rightfully so. But again, the second round goes the way of Rek.
And this is kind of what I explained, and this is what we expected here. I know it's early to call, but Reciprocity just showing the dominance in a game mode where UYU have definitely got a weakness. You know, and UYU, I think, you know, may need to go back, especially after each game and round and series. Watch back their Search and Destroy. This is where they're kind of losing series, because they lose their second map, they lose that momentum, and it's very unfortunate to see a team do that. However, it's only round 3. Let's bite our tongue for a little bit and see if UYU can get back into this one. It's going to be hard hit on A.
It's an exact mirror of the first round. Tommy makes his way towards B. Everybody else gets stuck in at A, and now Dens actually going to find that first kill. Lovely peek from Zed, tags her up. Dens finds a second. Dens keeping the run going. And the trades are coming through now, finally. 3-2. UIU have to back up. The bomb has gone down. They've seen it. So now they know with the bomb down towards the A site, we're going to see UIU back on up back to the street with the very little utility and the very little numbers they have to try to retake this one, whereas the main reciprocity, that is going to be Dens, Woskins, and Tommy, they can now set up in showers and prepare for this onslaught. And it's only number 6. It's only Dens who's watching that back currently. Slowly, Mayhem, Skies, tiptoeing. They've left their shoes at the door, trying not to make any sound. Dens has got the drop. Mayhem and Skies now got to work together to make this happen. Bomb in hand. Is it going to be a daylight robbery, or is Woskins going to make something of this? Tommy in, doesn't get the job done. Mayhem's going to drop him, puts him on his back on the mat. Back to a 2v2, 20 seconds left on the clock. A beeline now, straight towards the B-bomb site. They can get the bomb down. Oh, this has been a turn. It was daylight robbery. They just snuffed it out. That's going to be the plant. And look at number 7 and 6. They're still holding A. What are they doing?
They'll soon realize what's just happened here. And like you said, daylight robbery here, but 40 seconds. Can they get it back? Can they get that defuse in? There is a concussion in the hands of Skies, which is that's going to really help him a lot. You know, when this time drips down, he can use that concussion. He can throw it at the bomb site, just make sure no one's on it. Connect, brilliant. Doesn't. You know exactly where they are. However, looking at Utah.
Oh, no!
Oh, Skin's not what you want to see. And so, cluster yourself, stunned by your teammate, clustered by the other. Oh, you hate to see that one. That is frustrating for the likes of Reciprocity. However, I don't think it makes a huge difference. I don't think they're getting that diffuse. However, that's just not what you want to see. I mean, I get, you know, get the trajectory, 72 degrees to the north, and oh no, it's stuck on a roof.
Admittedly, we've seen Woskins recently change specialists. He was running Seraph before he was the Annihilator player. Now Shawnee's running that. All things considered, you know, it takes a bit of time to get your eye in. Don't get me wrong. We've all been there, boys and girls. We've all naded ourselves. I mean, that just stings. You know, Scraps is laughing his head off somewhere.
Woskins, you pop pot. We throwing a cluster on the roof all?
Absolutely mind blown. Here we go. Round 4. Rex still with the lead for the time being. UIU gifted that last round, but again, heads up play. And here comes the push back towards A. Trades are out. Showers are dirty. Ooh, Sky's finding 2. That was lovely work. Mayhem answers back. Now a 2v2. Oh, man. 2v1 now. All of it comes down to Mayhem. 7-2 right now. Currently on his 4th kill in a row. 275 away from his streaks. Bomb goes down. Here we go, boys and girls. Here comes the retake. 1v2.
Showers are dirty. Shawnee is cleaning up. I tell you what, Mayhem. 4-kill streak for Mayhem. 5-kill streak. Potentially at the end of this one, but Shawnee's looking to get that a little bit closer as well. Interesting choice from Mayhem here. He's going for the kills. He's going for the streak, and I think rightfully so. He's got the War Machine available. Quick snap. He's trying to find it. Lovely dip and dive. And again, Woskins may have got the kill there, but it's all credit to Shawnee's movement. Love that play. 3-1 now for Reciprocity. That is Wuskin, not Crimsix on your screen, shaking the hand, but you're going to see that one in action replay. And the best play does go to Skies, actually.
So much respect for Mayhem in that position. You know, even though it's a 2v1, they know full well that guy, he's just such a crazy gun skill player. They know they have to give him the space. They know they have to respect that one-on-one. Play the numbers. You know, you've got 2 players. One guy takes the shots, the other one comes in and finishes the kill while he's distracted. You absolutely have to do that. If Shawnee goes for that kill, if Shawnee goes for the fight, who knows? It goes the other way, and then you're in a 1v1 you don't want to have. Either way, it's all towards B. It's a perfect read from the defense. Quaid, what kind of quick trade? Oh, when you Annihilator out. Putting it to good use. That slow and steady aim almost finds a heal of Skies on the run. 2v2. Methods on the left. Oh, can't get it done.
3 HP and a dream. Doesn't have a stim shot just yet, but he's going to find one. Will it make the difference? No is the answer, but out from the side. Could be a quick one for Woskins now in a 1v1 with Methods here. Both players know the location of the other. Oh, 14 HP. The back and forth of this round is incredible. Method's going to jump on the car. Wuskin slips into a little bit of cover as well, but again, this is a little bit of back and forth. Tale of 2 sides for sure, but the bomb is available. Woskins.
I was just about to say, Woskins has a distinct advantage here. He's playing as battery. He's got he's got a cluster to work with in that situation. He knows he's going back and forth from the car to the laundry. He can nade the laundry. You got to give it to Methods, man. Slaying out that 1v1, keeping it clutch, keeping it together, and getting another round on the board.
Skies with the best play once again, back to back here, and the search and destroy. And Those 1v1s are crucial. When you get to the later rounds, your round 10s and 11s, you think back to those 1v1s and you think, if I took it, could have been a different story. However, still in and amongst the search and destroy action. 3-2 now. Shawnee, 7 kills to his name. Incredible stuff, but jumping on board with Knight on the defense. He's going to feel the pressure of all 5 players, and the call-out needs to be there right now. Get out of there. Maybe use your concussion. I love that play. In fact, he does connect with one, but he's just calling out to his teammates. Please help. The help has arrived. 1 player on the flank. That's going to be Methods for now. Still, incredibly, 10 players all alive. Bomb has gone down. 40 seconds on the clock.
Skies finds one with a Tempest. What a nice way to do it. Perfect positioning for B there. Cleans up Tommy, watching that left-hand side. He can't see the... He was looking for something there. In from behind. Methods, perfect flank. Played it slow, played it safe. And it's paying off. Can't find Waskins, gets a bit of revenge. And now it's a 3v1. Waskins finds 2.
No. It's a 1v4, technically. He's going to try and tie this up. Oh, not going to happen. Beautiful bait and switch there from Knight and Skies. Knight's going to be rewarded, of course, with the defuse. And UYU, they've been very impressive in these last couple of rounds here. Good utilization of the Specialist. And with that defuse, tie things up 3-3.
Timing with Specialists is such an important thing. Sometimes you see straight at the start of the round. You're hitting showers. Get War Machine out. Let's go. We're hitting B. Okay, cool. Pop Tempest. Pop Annihilate. And the timing of that is so important. Again, if a player pops it too late, too early, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to make enough of an impact. And there we saw that Tempest come out on the retake. Essential piece of equipment that they used flawlessly, essentially. Skies managed to light this one up, managing to get themselves through. Essential in the retake. Think about your Specialists, ladies and gentlemen. Think about how you use the time and the place. Tied up 3-3 as we go into the 7th round. War Machine at the ready for Mayhem. On the other side of the board, Waskins has his War Machine as well. There's going to be a nade-off. Here we go, straight into showers. There's the first. No flak jacket to be found. That's going to burn. Waskins answers straight back. He's finding flak jackets, so UYU survivability goes right through the roof. 3-on-3 right now. Man, it's a bloodbath. The showers, it's popping off. War Machine still rocking and rolling. Waskins alive for the time being. 3v2. UYU drop 1 player. Methods and Skies now clenching for the defense. Waskins, sneaky, gets it done, gets away with his life. Now it's a 3v1. Skies is done. Big round from Rek.
Yeah, I love that from Waskin as well. He used the War Machine, and he wasn't in a great position. The positioning was fine. He wasn't in a great position by what I mean is obviously everyone had Flakjack. He wasn't picking up those kills. A lot was kind of getting fired back at him, but he stays alive. He then picks up a kill and stays alive. That's the great thing about someone like Waskin is he's always playing for that 1 kill and then dipping. He knows he's got 2 teammates behind him. He's not overzealous. He's not getting over aggressive, and he's playing for that round and that round only, and he's credited with that, of course, the lifeline that is Shawnee coming in from behind. But Reciprocity take the lead once again by no stretch of the imagination. Is it a big lead? But of course, keep your eyes on the prize. Round number 8 here.
Watching Shawnee run that ICR all match long so far, and you know what? We've heard a lot of complaints about the ICR at close range. He's sitting at 10-3, and tell you what, he's been putting in work in the showers with that ICR, so props to Shawnee. Bomb going down again. Gonna net himself some points. Here comes the rotation once again. Methods. He made the rotation last time. Skies is doing it this time. Wrecker onto it. Can Skies find the window? The shots are out. Mayhem finds one with a nade. Skies is in. Can he get the timing on this one? This could be huge, but Waskins is there to watch it through those paper-thin walls. It's done. Mayhem's going to get Tommy. Now a 3v2. Better make it a 3v1 as now it all falls down to Zed.
Time's ticking. Zed finds one. Can replenish. Oh my goodness, the snap comes in, but he was weak. And that is what is going to punish him there. The movement was great. And I will say Reciprocity, it's lovely. Getting that bomb down at A and having all the time in the world, you know, just sit around. But UYU have the advantage in a sense that they know exactly where they are. You know, it's a 4-to-1 push, if you like. Reciprocity simply didn't win the gunfights. And the player that came in from behind, you said, obviously, those paper-thin walls, they can be very punishing. Because you can tag someone up, they can dip away and try and get that bait and switch, but it's actually hard to get away from that when you've got those walls which are so penetrable.
Mad props to Zed in this situation though. 1v3, gets 1 kill, identifies the bomb disarm immediately.
Yeah.
You know, and he actually peeks it. He gets what? He gets a couple of shots on that guy, and then he gets a couple of shots on the next guy, and eventually he goes down. But, I mean, like 1 or 2 more bullets in that situation? 1 or 2 on the guy who hits you last? All of a sudden it's a 1v1. UYU not losing that round out. Tying up 4-4 into the 9th we go. Specialist still at the ready. Zed does have the TAC 5. on the defense now. We're seeing a bomb making its way towards B. Tommy, oh, the timing is so unfortunate. He couldn't catch that player, slip past, and number 5, that Skies with bomb, has just managed to infiltrate closer towards the site, and Tommy's let his guard down. Tommy's let this one go.
One thing he does have going is he's still alive. He's obviously rocking the Paladin right now. We've seen him do this before, and I'll be honest, we've seen it work and we've seen it not, which is understatement of the year, of course, because that's bound to happen. But for me, it's a difficult one with Tommy. He's so prolific with the sniper rifle, but sometimes, especially in this game itself, when you can bait and switch so well and just hit that stim shot so quick, it can be punishing. He's gonna fall down, and now UIU, they have the chance to progress, to take the lead.
Rec not opting to hit anyone on the flank. They're all 4 of them going to be making their way straight through the bomb site. Shawnee can't get it done. Proto's going to cut him down with a sword at close range there. Zed's up next. Mayhem takes care of Wuskins. It's a 5v1. What a hold. Zed's last player left alive. Proto. Ooh, it's going to get it done, but there's going to be a trade. Big, big round there for UIU. I mean, that bad timing from Tommy. Hit and a miss. Not able to get it done, and with the numbers, UIU play that perfectly. Absolutely solid round. May have just broken the back of Rec now.
Coming into this was UIU's pick, of course, in the Pro League itself. Reciprocity at 5-2 in S&D. One of their losses did come on this map as well. However, UIU only picking up 1 S&D, that being on Hacienda. It's to be a big win for these guys because, again, we know how strong the control be. The hardpoint is pretty solid as well, but Search and Destroy definitely been the weakness of UIU.
This is going to be a devastating round now. UIU, Skies, Methods, and Proto are slithers away from their specialists. At the same time, Denz is really the only one who's going to get anything in this round, and this has got to be huge for Reciprocity. Denz has that Tempest to work with. TAC-5 boost has been used. 2 specialists versus a potential 3, and the damage dealt by those specialists on the UIU side could be the great difference maker here. Bomb's gone down at B. They've conceded the entire site, and still a 5v5. Here we go. Gunfight in middle. Tommy's going to get first blood. Start out. Tommy from behind. Trades back and forth. 3v4. Reciprocity still making their way forward. Again, lifeline here. UIU on map point. Got to watch that site. They've given up the bomb site entirely. They're going to be going for the defuser this time. Denz needs to get something happening. Zed hitting the flank. The timing has got to be perfect, but Shawnee, once again, 2 kills to his name. No worries about the site. Zed can now go for this one. The bomb's all but safe. Skies is going to live to fight another day. 150 points away from streaks if they can get the kill. Instrumental. Otherwise, that final round, all the toys are coming out, boys and girls.
This is going to be an interesting one. Round 11. Oh, and he just gets taken down. He does get taken down. A very, very... well, potentially important kill there for Wuskins. I actually don't know how close to Wuskins is to his streaks, because he got another kill, which he traded and baited with Tommy. Reciprocity, though, I think Denz still has the Tempest available, didn't use that. Shawnee, credit to him. I know we picked out Shawnee kind of going off with the ICR, and it's going to be highlighted right there. On the flip side of the thing, I think Mayhem's dropped 13 kills this S&D, so, you know, credit to the gentleman from UIU. But it all comes down to this, ladies, gentlemen. Buckle in, because we're about to have a 90-second world of emotions. TAC-5 is in. We've got a Tempest, and we've got that on either side. We've got an Annihilator here for Shawnee as well. Miles, this looks like a slower round for sure, and rightly so. UIU, they have that extra boost, that TAC-5 boost here. They want to capitalize on it, but if an Annihilator or a Tempest hit you, it doesn't really matter if you got a little boost.
That 50 HP looks like nothing next to one of those extraordinarily high caliber rounds coming out of the Annihilator. It's kind of like getting hit by a Pringles can full of explosives.
Wow.
I'd know. No,
honestly, it wouldn't surprise me.
Here we go. The defense from Rec stacked heavily towards B at the moment, but again, you see those players rotating through. Shawnee smells danger. 6-shooter out. Misses the first. Here comes the stuns. Here comes the aggression. UIU hungry for it. They're making their way right on towards the site.
Love that trophy.
Perfect trophy. Now, if you can just catch one pick out of this one, this is going to be big. Denz is down. Oh, my. Got to get out of dodge. Tempest on Tempest action. Shawnee Zed. Oh, my. Finds 2. Denz is in from behind. He managed to get it done. Specialists in round 11. Reciprocity. Lighting things up. They bring the lightning. They bring the Annihilator. Man, what a way to close that out.
I tell you what, Denz, he'll be wiping the sweat from his brow after that one. He's like, guys, I'm down. Tempest got me. And luckily for him, he crawled away. got back up, and 5 of them were dead. It was great for the boys of Reciprocity in round 11. However, it all came crumbling for UYU. Unfortunate turn of events, but it's all tied up.
Rec versus UYU tied up 1-1 in the series. Up next, we've got a control. Both teams tied 3-4 here in the league. Can one of them get the advantage? Find out after this break.
The Call of Duty World League is presented by PlayStation 4, the official platform of the CWL. Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the CWL. And Republic of Gamers, the official monitor of the CWL.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty World League. Tied up 1-1, Rec versus UYU. Hardpoint was a bit of a blowout. Search and destroy, things were as tight as they can possibly get. And in the end, it all came down to some decadent specialist usage out of the boys from Rec. Let's have a quick look at a play of the game from the last round. The final round, sponsored by Scarf, and it was Zed. Man on your screen. Dens takes a heavy hit to the chest with that Tempest. He goes down. Shawnee finds 2 in the background. And Zed, this is where it goes down. Cleans up Dens' Tempest kill, makes his way forward, and a quick right gets it done. You see in the background again, Shawnee with that Annihilator, popping off. Reciprocity find themselves tied up here in the series, and man, it came down to a couple of tight moments. The Specialists in the end getting the business done. I want to give Waskins a shout out there. He let the Annihilator go, hands it over to Shawnee. Shawnee finds himself some success. Waskins struggles a little bit, nading himself and whatnot in the round, but that can all be forgiven, boys and girls, because now Seaside control.
Most certainly is as well. And I love the passion. You know, when you saw the reaction there, the Rec boys, and everyone just so happy with that round 11 win. I think they know how important it is. Of course, going into Control now, Reciprocity picked up their first Control, obviously, victory recently. They're 1-4. UIU 3-2. So again, stats favoring the boys from North America. But sometimes in series like this, stats go out the window. But so far, so good. I'm looking at Mayhem to do just that. We actually got to cast Mayhem, if you think back to Seaside, causing Mayhem. It was undeniably the best player, and it was kind of a bit of a solo effort sometimes as well. When you're in Control and you're kind of playing almost a semi-team deathmatch game where you just got to get those kills and not die, he's fantastic at it. Keep an eye on his movement, keep an eye on his positioning. UIU, though, drop map number 2. We will be seeing that 4th hardpoint, but question is, will we be seeing the final Search and Destroy? Stay tuned, find out. Miles and Momo bring you all the action, and I'm having a lot of fun, Miles, so far.
I mean, so far, could it be better? Potentially. Could it be worse? Oh, of course. But now, the Control's a weird one, because again, both teams sitting middle of the pack, very much so.
Yeah.
Currently sitting at 4-3 in wins on both sides. This is an interesting game, and for us, again, as you said, Rec don't necessarily have the stats going in this one. That's very much favoring UIU, but the form that both teams are in right now is where I'm interested. Rec have had a fantastic day yesterday. They took on Midnight. We saw incredible individual performances out of Tommy and Waskins. So Tommy, I don't know whether he woke up on the wrong side of the bed, because this series, he has been a little bit hit and miss, a little bit up and down, not the form we've expected of him. At the same time, for UIU, though, Mayhem, can't touch on him enough. He's a monster, he's a beast. Proto's looking fine in the series so far. Methods is the only player right now on UIU for me who is lacking in any way, shape or form, and he's not even playing bad. So if Methods can find himself here in the Control, I mean, this could be lights out for Rec. They could get this done in 3, but time will tell.
I think, again, this is, like you said, he's not playing bad. His teammates are just simply stepping it up. You know, there's only so many kills on a map, and if they're picking them up, he doesn't have to. It's as simple as that. However, going into Control, we're looking to put some big numbers on the board here. And one thing I love about Control is you can have 3 quick rounds. It can be over like that. Or you can have these long, drawn-out, contested 5-round beatings from both sides here. Reciprocity and UIU. Going into this match, we kind of all knew, and I was really excited about this one because it is, like you said, you know, middle of the table, if you like, in the league at the moment. This is a big, big game for both of them. You know, you win, you take that away from, obviously, the opposition. You give them another loss, you put them down in that table, and obviously each win so important here as we get the last player remaining of UIU back in the seat. And that is, of course, Mayhem. He's thinking, Control's up next. I like this game mode.
Confident, exceptionally confident, and rightfully so, as we said. Stats favoring them. I want to go back to, you know, the performance we've seen out of Reciprocity. They've been a team since pre-Vegas. This was the team they came into Black Ops 4 with. They've had plenty of time. They've had a LAN, you know, an entire tournament. They've been scrimming online. They all live in Vegas together. They've had tons of time to spend, you know, working out their problems, getting through stuff. Whereas on the other side of the table, you have UIU. This is a roster that was formed just before Pro League started. It's maybe 3 weeks old at max.
Yeah. And
already we're seeing this kind of format of them. We're already seeing a dramatic improvement to their performance from last week. Where's the limit for these guys?
It's honestly, who knows at this point. I genuinely believe in, for all 5 players, that they can improve so much. It is a title, is a championship on the cards. We'll have to obviously kind of hold our judgment for that one right now. Interesting stat though, Methods and Mayhem hold number 2 and 3 for the Control KDs. At the very start of this series, I was saying how Reciprocity, they hadn't played Seaside. I was actually incorrect there. They did play it, and guess what? They won it. It was against Midnight yesterday, and again, it's their only win in Control. So, repeating that, back-to-back days, playing Seaside Control. They won it yesterday. What's stopping them now? Let's get into this one here. 30 lives on the board. And are we going to see a B push? It looks likely. Reciprocity will be going full force for this one. UIU on the defense.
Interesting push from Rec to start this one off. 4 men through middle, 1 man towards B. I thought the men from the middle, they were going to hit A straight away, but as soon as they got the drop on those players towards the B site, now they're overrunning it. Hitting the Control. When 1 tick down, Knight trying to get the contest. Immediately cleaned up. Lives favoring Rec to start this one off. Halfway through the second tick on B. Zed's that first line of defense. Watch for number 9 on the minimap. That's going to be Proto hitting the flank. Slow, very slow and steady. Is this going to pay off for him? He makes his way back round. And number 2, again, that was Zed. He's trying to hit the players on spawn. So this is an interesting situation to both be in now. Without the numbers there on B, UIU have had to concede the point. Now it all falls down to A. Has the initiative been sealed by Zed's kills? Has it happened? Proto's in from behind. He snuffed out those reinforcements. The numbers are dwindling, and like that, UIU will hold A for now.
Yeah, Proto plays the long game there, and this time it pays off. However, there is a problem in playing sometimes that long game, because if, you know, he's running around the middle of the map here and his teammates are going down, he's in a terrible, terrible position. High risk, high reward, I would say, in that situation. Now, Reciprocity will try and break through the courtyard, through barrels. It's not going to go great for them. Mayhem's going to find himself a double. And I'm sure that won't be the last time you hear me say that one. Tommy using the grapple gun. A distraction play maybe here as Wuskin finds one. Will be traded out. And Control is all about trades. Cash your eyes to the top middle, though, because it's 19 to 17 on the life count. Yes, B has been depleted, and it's all going down to the church here. And a bit of a pinch being set up. I'd like to see. Dens just needs to stay alive. Stay alive. Wait for those your teammates to push forward here.
It's the most painful thing, though. If Dens can get him from behind, these kills are great. If you can catch those players on spawn as well. Ooh. Dens gets one. 15 to 17. Rec have the live deficit, but this is so far so good. One stun comes through. Oh, the timing on this push is great. One tick down. The church is slowly crumbling. Shots through. Shawnee can't get it done. Proto just skins in there. Den still holding the point. Waiting for the reinforcements to come through as they are being peeled back and forth there by the players of UIU. Mayhem drops now on the point. Dens still there. Tommy making his way forward as well. Great trade in the time being. Anyone there from UIU to pick it up? Zed's here. Looking good for Rec as they get the first tick, and the presence is now being applied still from Zed.
Yeah, Zed needs to back off, and this is the right play. He backs off, he realizes his whole squad's gone down, he's waiting for them. He pushes in now, the best he gets is a kill and a death, and that doesn't help anyone. So at 8 and 12, he's going to find himself, actually, basically pick up the kill, because Methods takes him down. Now 11, make it 9, as Tommy and Shawnee bite back. The next exchange of kills is crucial. This could go down to lives rather than time, maybe down to the zone as well. Big play, a double push, a double flank here coming from Wuskins and Shawnee. 3 players in the middle, waiting, anticipating. And now the pinch is going to flow. Shawnee goes down. Mayhem goes big once again. A crucial, crucial kill. And with 15 seconds left on the clock, looking fantastic for UIU. Zed starts to fall. Trades go down, and UIU will be laughing all the way to round number 2 with this one, as Wuskins, Shawnee, and Tommy left in a very, very difficult position here. Clusters are in abundance, and Mayhem and Methods come out trumps. And it was a great performance from Reciprocity. It was just unfortunate. It was when the flanking. When they are picking up those kills on the flank, you saw Dens do it, he stayed alive. You need your plays from the front to stay alive. Unfortunately, only 50% of that happened. On the flip side of things, when, you know, your flank dies and, you know, you win off the star, it's tough. It is very hard to attack this church side. It's got to be done with such precision and such timing. UIU come out on top once again.
Yeah, the defensive hold on Church, as I said, is you've got to get it done fast. I mean, the real fight for Church doesn't happen in Church. If you get the kills, you have to push them straight back in their spawn. You have to keep them out of the Church, because again, close quarters combat, Sorgs obviously very, very efficient there. Stuns come into play, but if you have numbers in Church, I mean, you can trade those doors out all day long. I mean, look how close it is to the enemy spawn. We've seen 5 members now making their way towards B, and 1 charging forward through the map, just making sure no one's hitting that Church. Speaking of hitting the Church, Zed manages to find the back end of 2 players now. Knight goes down on the contest, getting it done on his own. Perfect work there from Reciprocity to hang in there and make sure that B does not fall. Now A up next. Shawnee's going to be the only member there to do something about it, but Zed, this perfect position to watch the courtyard. Fantastic hold from Rex so far.
Tell you what, Zed on fire here at the start, and again, yes, shooting a couple plays in the back, but that's down to his positioning. Not all of that is just luck, and they are now favored at both in the zone, the time, and the lives here, and he needs to go big. He's slipping and sliding back and forward. The recharge doesn't work out, but Shawnee coming in with the trade, and that's what you want to see. At this point in the game, Rec took Zone A. UIU, they've actually been pushed back. They're being tested here, and this is what a team like Reciprocity can do, and this is the dangerous situation if Rec start to push up. Rec will start to punish. And UIU, they're in a lot of trouble here, Miles. They're down by 5. They've not got a zone to their name. Plays like this, Shawnee. People underestimate players that just roll a trophy system. It is crucial to have in your team.
Oh, this is big though. Methods and Mayhem have found the kills on the bottom side of the map. They push right through wine barrels. Now the Church is completely vulnerable. There, they've made it in. The defense at B is going to hold, but now A, the most valuable, where all the treasure, the jewels are. That's where they want to be holding. And now we have to see Reciprocity make their way back in. Almost got that first tick. B is yet to be hit as well. The fights are going down there still. So this is a perfect 2-pronged attack from the members of UIU. Almost there. First tick is done. UIU, this may have just paid off. Fantastic wins there by the B. And now it's all going down at A. They're keeping the capture going with 20 seconds left on the clock. What a turn this would be.
And Miles, it is great, and I like what Mayhem did in this. The problem in this attack is you're going to exchange blows, but trying to go for A, it is the simple distance of when you spawn up for UYU is such a long distance to push out. Luckily for them, though, what they have done is with that A push, they've kind of culminated a little bit of time, a few points as well, one tick on either side here to get into B, and that's what Rec were pushing them out. To basically force Reciprocity to go back to that church here, but Rec aren't going down without a fight. However, the lives, though, are very interesting right now. 12-10 here, and UYU, if they pull something out of the bag of this round, it would be incredible. I'd like to see Reciprocity back off here, not waste any lives, give them B, and take that 1 minute and 15 hit, though. 10 lives apiece. We've got clusters, we've got grav slams, we've got everything pretty much on the board. War Machines in the hand of Wuskin. Shawnee and Dens are close to theirs as well. UYU, have they just pulled off something out of nothing?
Could be very, very possible. 1 minute left on the clock. UYU, an offensive round win would be very, very special for them right now. Again, not as common. 10 lives left, 1 minute on the clock. Proto watching that grav slam. Again, close quarters in the church. What do you want? It's a grav slam. Here we go. Maximum effort as they go forward. Proto finds one. Tommy trades out. This is important. Methods now dancing with death. Zed currently, oh sorry, Dens is king of the tower. Tommy comes through, finds two. Great defense there.
Much needed for Reciprocity. Investment for Tommy. And he's going to be rewarded with that one. 25 seconds here. UYU, they do need to push here. They're looking to push from multiple angles through the courtyard, through the front. And it looks like Proto as well needs to go. He needs to do something here. But Reciprocity, hold tight. The trades go down. Mayhem goes big again here for the squad and sliding in. It's now a 5v5. Tommy goes big once more. Still on a streak himself. Dens falls. 4v4. The action going down. The War Machine's been pulled out. And this is looking like a nightmare. It's going to be blown up on the side. It's Mayhem once again. And now Reciprocity at a 2v4 situation. They need to get back in the church. They need to go now. It's not going to happen. And oh my goodness, what have we just seen? UYU going huge on control.
It ain't over till it's over. Wow. War Machine out. Final dying moments. Rec unable to get anything done there. Not able to find any entries. You got to give it to that nice curved wall, that Spanish architecture. Able to bank those War Machine shots off those players coming out of spawn. Perfect timing, and again, specialist uses making the difference. An offensive round there, 2 straight back-to-back for UYU. That hurts for Rec. They had that in the palm of their hand. They were making all the right calls, and then all it took was that the slide from Proto. He kills that guy on the side. Oh. Slides, gets the kill. I think it was Shawnee on the door. Like, unbelievable. Those little moments of just unabashed, insane skill. Getting these kind of kills, and here we go into possibly the last round here for Reciprocity in the control matchup. The defense towards B is heavy, but they're teetering towards A. They want to hit that church first. They want to get that big one out of the way because, you know, so much effort, so much utility, so much manpower has to go into taking care of the church. Mayhem's watched the back, lightning strike ready to go, 25 away from the rest of his kill streaks. So far, so good for UYU on the defense.
Oh yeah, the score streaks are going to be coming in as well. However, big break here, putting for Reciprocity potentially is going to be denied for now, and now Proto does have the streaks. Mayhem, should I say, is having those streaks. Tommy's going to go down. That's going to be a bullet straight through the chest of Shawnee, make it a Hellstorm. A little bit bigger than a bullet, but this is where UYU punish them. You know, 6 lives, they've got 4 streaks still left. They've got Lightning, Hellstorms, Drone Squads, a double Lightning. Vision Pulse has just been popped. My goodness, if you're Reciprocity, this is a tough one to take.
Wuskin manages to take care of the drone squad there with his War Machine on the offense as they make their way towards B. But the Vision Pulse is just relaying all the information possible for every attack anyone from Reciprocity can conjure up at this point. And at this stage, Mayhem's fighting more and more with the kill, with the Hellstorm in the background. Here comes another lightning strike from Skies. They're just throwing absolutely everything they've possibly got at him. Reciprocity at 16 lives to the 26 of UYU with the final 12 seconds on the clock. It simply isn't enough. Dens providing a little bit of anti-air there to Proto. 10 seconds now on the clock as they do manage to get in there on B. Is it too little, too late?
I mean, most definitely not. I never like to rule out a team. I will say it's just simply the lives. The lives are just too much here. Reciprocity, they're fighting against everything. Lightning strikes going down, 12-24. I've got to give Mayhem a shout out once again. He came into this game with a 1.72 on control, and right now he's got a 1.8. He is killing it. Absolutely killing it on control. If you want to learn this game mode, take a look at that man. Skies picking up a double, and that is going to be it for control. UYU go big ones again, 3-0. in the map and mode. However, we currently sit at 2-1. If you're just joining us, we will be going to another hard point here as Reciprocity won the Search and Destroy. But what a dominating map itself there, I will say. Round 1, very, very close. Reciprocity had the capabilities to take around there, but UYU, I think, just kind of blew it out the water, and it showed in the third round. You know, you had the streaks, you had the abilities, everything going into it, and you can't really hold that against Reciprocity. Not many teams can do much when there's 6 streaks, 4 specialists. It's going to be tough for anyone.
I mean, we saw... anyway, we'll get to that later. Let's have a quick look at the replay. Here was the end of the control matchup again. Wuskins trying to make a last-ditch effort to break on through to B. Withers War Machine gets rid of the drone squad. Meanwhile, the rest of the squad all being called out by that Perfect Vision Pulse. That was the one, of course, coming out from Skies. Skies, a stellar performance from him. He finished the match huge, and I want to keep talking about Skies because, again, that information relayed is huge. Mayhem picks up 2 with his Hellstorm. The lightning strikes keep on coming through, and you see the confidence of Skies. Once those kills start rolling, the kill count just keeps going down for Reciprocity. Those lives at 16 currently. It does not get any better for them. As Proto and Co make their way through the back of the church, nothing goes right for Reciprocity at this stage. And again, in the final dying moments, we see Skies make himself all the way to the back end spawns of Reciprocity and start picking up those kills. Like, he's run straight out of A, under the cover of a lightning strike, and he's just hitting these players off spawn. That's confidence, and that's also a morale win for them. When they're hitting them in the spawn like that, they've got so many lives to spare. It's like, you guys had nothing on us this whole time. 3-0, that's a real dagger in the morale of Reciprocity.
Really, really tough here. And a bit of a downer to end it for Reciprocity. I'm hoping that you kind of don't dwell on this too much going into that second hard point, because the first one was crazy. A very enjoyable match to watch, a very close match. Went down to the final contest. Ironically, it was on Seaside as well. But as we get ready and prepare for that one, Mayhem can smile all day long. He is just fantastic at this game mode, of course. Brand new here to Black Ops 4. Definitely one of my favorite game modes of all time, actually. It's very, very interesting. The intricacy of, like, the team deathmatch element, the slaying element, the objective as well, teamwork involved. It's fantastic to kind of see how teams adapt and learn and change.
I always said that Control is basically like if Hardpoint and Search and Destroy had a baby, and wow, it's beautiful. It's got good genes, man. Damn good genes.
Those genetics, man.
Good genetics. And the next Hardpoint, though, is going to be a crucial one. UYU very, very much happily sitting now at series point as we go over to Arsenal. As you can see from the scoreline, the first hard point on Seaside was again quite the roller coaster of emotions. A very, very tightly knit matched almost the entire way. A few crucial moments from UYU, the usage of streaks early on. A very, very powerful start from Skies. His form has been exceptional all series long, and we didn't see a whole lot out of Tommy. We didn't see a whole lot of Wuskins in the early starts of that matchup, but again, they managed to turn it around. They managed to keep it together. And then the final hard point was really where it all crumbled. One error in judgment possibly cost Reciprocity that matchup, and then Search and Destroy 6-5, edging it out after a few mistakes made by Rec, but they managed to clench up in the end. And they're on the control, over and done in 3 perfect rounds from UYU. Can they bounce back from that? Do they have the mental game to keep themselves together?
I think it's going to be tough, and the reason that I'm saying that is I talked about vetoes at the very start of this game, and I'll talk about it now. This is UYU's pick going into this, and this has been Arsenal hardpoint. Reciprocity played 9 hardpoints so far, 4 of them being on Arsenal, lost all 4. You know, this is not a good map for Reciprocity. On the flip side of things, UYU played it twice and split it, won 1, lost 1. But it just shows, you know, consistently losing this map, and why that is for Reciprocity is, again, I think it's the inconsistencies of some of the players. Tommy can have a impressive performance, to say the least here. However, it's going to be an interesting one. Hardpoint, of course, coming up next.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a quick break from us. Up next, we've got that Hardpoint and possibly the exciting conclusion of this series. Don't go anywhere. This is the Call of Duty World League. UIU sitting 2-1 over Reciprocity here in our first match of the night. Reciprocity taking a brutal loss at the hands of UIU in the control matchup. Now we roll back into a hard point. Now we have a chance for UIU to close the series out here against Rec. Can they get it done? Early kills go the way of Rec, as they have done in hard points come before. Can Waskins keep the run going as the points flow through for Reciprocity? Skies hitting the back end. Skies so far in this series has been colossal pain in the ass for everybody on Rec.
Yeah, it's been very difficult for Reciprocity to handle. And again, on the flip side of things, I will say, you know, some people not showing the performances that we've been used to, sorry, in the Pro League here. Reciprocity, though, start off strong, 29 points to the good, and they do have that scrap time. However, rotation is what it's all about here on hardpoint, and we are starting to see UIU take control of the second hardpoint as it does pop up round about now. Reciprocity could be caught with the pants down. No, Shawnee answers back. The trades go down, and not terrible here for Reciprocity, but Skies maybe looking to play the outside of the map there. Tommy trying to break through the middle. Neither gonna work, because both do fall, and UIU, they hold on.
Great team shot from UIU. Clean up Tommy there. Shawnee with streaks now. Oh, Shawnee almost managed to take care of Skies as well. They got like 3 in him just before going down. Methods putting the ICR to good work right at the back end there. Again, all streaks for Shawnee. They're coming out, clearing the field. Lovely work. Finds 2 against Shawnee. Managed to turn himself around in a huge way. In this series especially, lovely start from him. 7-1. Still has those streaks. Lightning strike in the drone squad. Gonna come in handy a little bit later on.
Yeah, a little bit disappointed there as basically the Hellstorm was invested to get points. It didn't get that. The only thing it did, and credit to him, I suppose, is stop them getting points for maybe 5 or 10 seconds. But apart from that, UIU will still get the scrap time. Reciprocity, though, have that rotation, and this is how it should work. If someone out-rotates you to get the majority of the points, you should then out-rotate them. So far, it's textbook hard point here, and Shawnee is looking to maybe call in the drone squad, and that's what you want to see, because this is where it's open. This is where those drone squads can just hover above the Devils on each shoulder here, is now raining down upon UIU. 52-49. He's got the ICR in hand, which is laser-like. Not missing a bullet, except for the last 10. And 15, and now he's dead. Unfortunate for Shawnee there. Taken from the side as UIU try and break through.
You can still see the drone squad putting in work, though. It's forced Methods to stay back. It's forced Mayhem as well to stay out of the gunfight, but Zed keen to get there forward, runs out of bullets. Skies comes in from the back and manages to clean up those players there in the lobby, and this is it. We have UIU in control for the final 15 seconds. Nobody in position to get that. We have got Reciprocity set up for the next hard point, and the rotations have been solid so far, but again, as you said, not a single map win for Reciprocity here on Arsenal. Can they turn it around here? They really need to.
Movement from Tommy there, spectacular just to get away from that. You saw he had a Sorg in hand, and sorry, Maddox in hand, and could have challenged, but didn't want to. You know, he just thought, I'm getting shot on the side, I'm getting out of here, and he's actually been rewarded with 2 kills. Zed using the concussion does tag things up. That's intel, not necessarily kills, but it could result to the ladder, and it will do. 90's gonna fall Reciprocity. Beautiful hold here as Zed shoots through the legs of his teammate there, and maybe caught him in the action as well. Finally goes down as Skies once more going huge. Miles, what can this man do here? 9 kills already to the name, leading for his squad, but it simply isn't enough just yet here. 20 points in the lead as Reciprocity sliding around is Proto and Zed with those swords in hand. And my goodness, the trades, the manic chaos that is going on right now, and it looks like here the contest will go in. Still 15 seconds. Reciprocity looking to rotate early.
Man, it took so much effort out of Tommy and Waskins there to hold on and push those players of UIU back. And now all of a sudden, Methods comes in off spawn. First thing he does, puts one straight in the back of the player. Takes clean care of him. Now, 3 seconds left. The rotation has to happen soon. And here comes the fights. Shawnee's getting what he can done. Still, pressure mounting. The ICR again finally doesn't do him justice up close. As we see, Waskins does have control of the lobby for now. Does have control. The trophy room shots are through. Zed coming in from the behind off spawns. For favorable spawns for Reciprocity with the lead for the time being. Dense manages to take care of Methods. Manages to stay alive here. And again, we talk about how important staying alive is. It's all good and well getting kills. If you have to string them together, you've got to get those kill streaks working out. War Machine now pumped in at the ready, it sounds like. There he goes. Waskins not able to really get anything out of his War Machine this series.
It punishes you, Miles. If they know you've got the War Machine, they can put that flak jacket on. You put 2 pellets down and it doesn't do anything. You're at a disadvantage, if anything, and you've got to feel sometimes for them, but you can see how powerful it is when they don't have, obviously, flak jacket. Again, very, very difficult, but Reciprocity after the first rotation are going to lead here. And a pretty decent lead as well. We're going to be going back to the middle. If you look across the top side of your screen, you can see Zed hitting 16 to 8 already. Incredible stuff so far. Reciprocity do lead right now, but UYU, they have full control of the middle, and you can get a full 60 from this, Miles.
One way to start that full 60 with 2 perfect nade kills like that. Mayhem again. Full control of the middle. Waskins trying to make something happen in the event. Gets completely shut down. Now Zed on the rotate on the back end, but number 7 has got him lined up. That's going to be Proto. Proto sees him. He's going to snuff this play out. Zed's hoping for the set of spawns for the next rotation. If he can get the kill, that helps. Shawnee's lightning strike doesn't find much, but it forces him inside. There's the shots out. Proto versus Zed. Dodges, dips, ducks, dodges and dens now on your screen as he contests the hard point. Final few seconds of 20 now, and again, Reciprocity with an ever so slight lead.
This is huge for Reciprocity, and the reason being they could get the scrap time here, but they've actually got the rotation. This is massive from Zed, getting in, and even just contesting. What's he trying to do? Get out of there! You're a maniac! There's 3 players coming in from each side. Methods and Mayhem do clean up, but Reciprocity should have the spawns, but the War Machine has been pulled out, only finds the 1. And this is where UYU, I tell you what, if they make a name for themselves, it could be right here using the Specialist. Talking to Specialist, Shawnee's got an Annihilator out, and we've seen what he can do so far. That's not the position you want to see himself in, and oh, he's going to be punished just the 1 here. Maybe 1 more than he thought he would when he saw that player hover over that yellow barrel, but with 45 seconds, pushing in from the front. You were doing great here.
Oh, impressive work there for Rec to get the kills, managing to take care of Mayhem on point. Knight's trying to make his way through the back. The hold is good. Proto's still alive, though. Proto, last one left. Pressure is mounting now, but they still have the spawn. See those players spawning left-hand side of the screen? They're going to be in on the action as fast as they can. 25 seconds now remain. Dens, Tempest out, keeping those players back in off the spawn. If they play in off spawn, they're going to get hit by those. Oh, those players are already been Tempest, and the lightning effect chains towards them and slows it down. Can't get the hip fire done as Skies and Knight find 2. Make their way forward, 166 to 41. Final moments of scrap are going to be going towards UYU, but here we have the next rotation. In come UYU. The battle is about to begin.
Yeah, it's a big death as well for Dens. You saw him not only not utilize the Tempest, but he actually spawns out for his team, goes down once again. He's going to spawn out once again, basically making it relevant for the last kind of 20 seconds. Very tough for Reciprocity. That is why you see what you're seeing on your screen right now. UYU, they're breaking in, they spawn out 2 players. And Reciprocity, they do spawn at the back, but all this time ticking, that's 20 seconds already gone. We could be seeing a lead exchange go down right now. Proto with the double. Tommy and Zed, and Shawnee answers back in kind as well. So really nullified there by Shawnee, the Scotsman here in Columbus, Ohio. Making it rain. Waskins finds himself a double as well, and with 25 seconds, still Reciprocity in control.
Incredible exchange. Reciprocity to hang on there. UYU still just so aggressive, nipping at the heels. As they're working forward, Zed finds 1. And again, Proto and Skies. Skies just to come back to him once again. 14 to 15 right now. Not the biggest kills he's had this series so far, but the pressure he's mounting is just insurmountable. And Proto finds Dens there and contests that hard point for the final few moments, preventing Reciprocity to get any more points out of this. At this rate, Rec will get the win. UYU are just unable to get those early holds, unable to really make it out. But this is actually a great start. They get the rotation, now they've got the kills. Tommy in from the back, though, Specialist. Here we go. Tommy.
Yeah.
Off the high ropes. Here he comes. Top rope, finds 2. Methods and answers straight back with the Annihilator.
Still going down. Methods finds himself with that Annihilator, but he's going to find himself with Zed right up close and personal. Waskin taking down Dens, not what you want to see, but I will say a great break from him from Reciprocity. They invested a lot. Tac 5 boost, grapple, graph slam, War Machine, everything pretty much went in, and they could be rewarded heavily for it. 20 points still left available. Tommy in the mix, and they're thinking about this next rotation. It goes down to Kitchen. They should have the remainder of this time, and they will have a little lead here. Will it prevail, though? Tommy's going to go for that flank. He does have the grapple gun, maybe get there a little bit quicker, but he might need to stay a little bit sneaky.
I feel like that investment of streaks there just stops UYU getting anything out of that hard point.
Yeah.
That stops them getting anything at all, and with that now, we've got a bit of a lead, a bit of a buffer for Rec to work with. UYU, though, in the point now. Tommy trying to flush these players out of back, and that's a very, very efficient way of getting it done. 3 of them make their way forward. Knight's on the point. Who's this on the outside? Tommy's going to get the shots through on a Methods. That's big.
Yeah, Tommy, want to explain that very quickly here. Finds the first on rotation, takes 1 down in the back, finds another coming in off spawn. He's now finding himself outside the map, finding another. Tommy going huge for Reciprocity right now. He's found himself with streaks as well. He might only be 21 and 21, but he's going off when it matters. And don't even tell me he's going to get a kill with stun in his face. Hellstorm is available. incredible. Tommy is the game changer, baby. Drone Squad in hand, and Reciprocity are running away with this one. They can end it here. They should end it here. The Drone Squad has been called in. 8 points is all you need. The contest needs to come in from UYU, but Tommy's still going strong. Finally gets taken down, but at that point, it doesn't even matter. Reciprocity push it to a game 5, and it's that man in the middle that changes the game once again.
The pace was set halfway through the map, and after we saw that heavy investment of the specialists, Tempest comes out, War Machine comes out, Annihilator comes out there on the Crane hardpoint. After that, there was just nothing left in the tank there for UYU. The final hardpoint, as it hits, exceptional work from them. And there you have it. We're going to game 5. UYU, though, deflated after that kind of loss. I mean, not what we expected, boys and girls, but here we go. Game 5, as we're all tied up 2-2. Reciprocity versus UYU, a search and destroy is all that remains between these two teams. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you after the break.
Call of Duty World League is brought to you by Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, the official beverage of the CWL. Scuff Gaming, the official controller of the CWL. And TCL, America's fastest growing TV brand.
Game 5. Reciprocity versus UYU here. First match of the night in the Pro League. And things are starting to get stinky. Reciprocity managed to bounce back there in the final hardpoint. UYU make an absolute clean sheet. It's 3-0 in the control. But it's search and destroy now. It's going to decide the fate of these two teams. And last time we saw these two play Search, it was tight.
Yeah, just quick recap of the series so far. It was a close Seaside hardpoint, closer than you kind of expect, but it was all down to just one contest. The S&D, though, 6-5. If that went the other way, it would have been a hot 3-0. However, Rec pushed this to a final Search and Destroy, and a lot of people favored UYU. And understandably, the stats favored these guys as well. But going into S&D, this is where I want to really break it down. UYU are 1-5. However, their only victory on S&D has been on this map. Interestingly enough, Reciprocity with a team to pick this map, and probably being that they're 5-2, they played this once and won it once. So again, you favor Reciprocity on Search and Destroy, but if it's anything like map 2, stats go out the window sometimes.
Stats have gone out the window a few times in this series, but I mean, the one stat that we have to keep going back to is just the kills, the pure kills, the destructive power of UYU, and see if they can't bring that same kind of aggression and sheer force of will to the Search. As both teams teetering around towards that B site, the rotations come through. Tommy has actually managed to avoid and dip out on the two players hitting the flank for UYU, so the impact of that play may come into effect in a moment. Zed on site, bomb hasn't gone down. Den's already hit the deck. Mayhem gets Zed as well, and Mayhem finds himself his second. And Shawnee on the back, that ICR doing lovely work there from the boathouse.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is a terrible position for Reciprocity to be in. Shawnee's going to go for a swim here now, probably a swim longer than he should, but what I wanted to point out as Shawnee takes himself out of this equation was Shawnee was playing the water the whole time, and he was a little bit too, I don't want to say slow, but it basically left Zed and one other player, I think it was, I don't know, on the bomb site. And UYU, sorry, pushed from the middle, pushed from their spawn as well, and just simply outnumbered them. And Shawnee was kind of, he wasn't any help. And we saw the plan. We saw obviously him trying to rotate around the back, but they just simply got outnumbered at the rock. It was 2v4, not great for Reciprocity there. And again, the first blood came into it heavily. UYU strike first, and that is what they need after losing map 4 just like they did.
Second round as we go, UYU on offense. Towards B, it looks like they're leaning, and as you can see, the A stack immediately for Rec. They're going to be out and about, catching the nice bit of Hacienda sunshine, but at the same time, the middle of the map is now contested by Mayhem and Co. They do have that B site. Number 10 on your screen, that's going to be Methods out and about on the water, getting his feet wet for the time being, making sure no one hits the flanks, and Reciprocity are slowly but surely now making their way back into the mansion, making their way back towards that site. Oh, Methods managed to catch just a glimpse of somebody there, but Shawnee doesn't need a thermal scope. Oh, maybe you'd want it now. Brilliant shots just in the nick of time. That last bullet would have got it done. Trades are coming out. It's looking like a disaster for UYU as Zed makes his way forward. Sky's now on the defense. Can he nick? Well, Tommy can't get it done. All now to Proto.
Proto needs to play the sneaky. He's going to get one kill. We'll take him from the side. Not going to happen here. Shawnee coming up trumps there, and this time the water is his friend. He finds himself, I tell you what, going back to that gunfight, we knew that Methods had that thermal on the ICR, and I was like, he's going to get turned on here because that thermal shows you very, very clear. Shawnee, though, comes up with the first, and I believe the last kill, but nice bounce back there for Reciprocity as we go into round number 3. And this is something that you can see kind of going on and on and on, and that was it. That was the gunfight here, down to 42 HP. One more bullet would have done it.
That's crucial, though. I mean, the murky banks there of Hacienda, it's hard to see those players, and if you've ever played Blackout, when you get in the water, you're as good as dead, friends. And it's no different there in Hacienda. Into the third round, excuse me. Whoa, numbers, Miles. It's game 5, but it's the third round. And it's going to be a big stack towards A. 2 lone soldiers making their way towards the middle of the map. But the nades are already out. The shots are already through. Tags are up. Knight's going to be the first one to take any shots. Mayhem's dropped immediately. Mid-map now clear. Tommy's got the flank now on their side. Mayhem finds Zed with a beautiful nade. Those nades have been absolutely pristine all series long. And here we see a somewhat jostle between two squads. 4 players left alive either side. Tommy watching the middle of the map. Waskins and Co watching the outside as we're going to make our way towards B, but it looks like UYU have made the read.
Yeah, and I think UYU may be making the read, but maybe a little too early. Rec could actually bait this out and go back to A here. They're basically splitting the defense of UYU up here, 2 to A, 2 to B. And they kind of know what they're doing. You know, they're backed off. They've now put the pressure almost in the decision-making of UYU, and no one knows anything. You know, all 4 players alive. Sky's, Knight, Proto, and Methods are just jumping around and thinking, you know, where are they? And hang on, here they are. They're back at B and, sorry, back at A, and they need help.
Help in need. Concussion out. Way to start it. Did he catch Den slipping? No. Proto once again being such a nuisance. He did the same thing to Tommy last round, and he's done it again to Shawnee. That's going to bring the numbers in the favor, but Skies gets caught up from behind, unable to find anything. Tommy finds another one, 2v2.
Nice bait and switch. Proto finds a double, and now 1v2 here, all for Wuskins, and we know where he is. He's at the back. Location revealed. Not what you want to see here. We'll find the first. Can he dip away? Surely not Wuskins. Surely not, as Proto hammers home straight into the skull of Wuskins. Will get the defuse, and Proto, without a doubt, the MVP of that round. You saw him dip in, take down one, and dip out, and then he comes up trumps at the end as well. I thought for a second Wuskin had that, but that Sorg, man, up close personal. Oh, it's electric.
Just so crucial. 5-1 right now, Proto, 4th kill in a row. I think this is going to be it. Crucial kills. Shawnee on bomb. I mean, that's so annoying already.
Yeah.
He was going for a sneaky defuse. Or sneaky farm, rather. But either way, they hit the outside of the map, takes care of Denz, and this is it. Tommy goes, oh, this wasn't even it, man. He killed everyone in that round.
Yeah, that was incredible. I think got 4, I think it was 4. But definitely the MVP of that round, and UIU will be thanking him for that. But long way to go here. Reciprocity back on the defensive. And this looks like an all-out attack here for UIU on the A-bomb site here. And now lingering around and trying to get that information, that intel.
Completely uncontested. Entirely uncontested. Bomb's going to go down. Wuskins is going to be the first player there, but you know what? UIU are hoping for a push on the back. That's where the majority of their forces are sitting right now, and if that doesn't happen, then this is over and done, because the hit on the front is going to hurt bad. Methodist is already feeling it. ICR in hand, though, on the outside of the map there. That's going to be big. Perfect nade from Wuskins, finally lands a dinger, and here comes the push.
I want to go on board with Proto, and Paradox backstage has already recognized it because he's got a grab slam, baby, and this could end in tears. He's going to find one, and tears in a different kind of way. Skies go down 3-4 for either squad, but it's now a 2v2 with the seconds ticking away. 7.5, the shadow is shown. That's surely going to be a kill, and that's huge for Proto because that's the lightning strike, and just like that, Wuskin is last alive. No chance, no prayer for, of course, that kill. And with the bomb plan, it's not just one, it's 2 and 3, baby. Proto goes from a lightning strike to a hellstorm and a beautiful drone squad to play with as well. Oh, if you're Reciprocity, you're frustrated at that round as well, but that grab slab, when I said it could end in tears, I didn't think it would be taking down your own teammate. I thought he was going to slide out the other door and take basically 3 with him.
Finds himself his 6th kill in a row. Proto is playing this Hacienda Search and Destroy to near perfection so far. Team kills aside. And again, just kill after kill. Full streaks now. And a clear round advantage. UIU are looking to put this one to bed. 3-1 currently.
I'll recap again what I said before. Played 6 S&Ds, won 1, and it was only on Hacienda here. Reciprocity, of course, opt to play this map. And again, I think it's just a spectacular performance from Proto. Mayhem's just got a ton of information there of where Reciprocity are heading. And this is a crucial round. This is where, if Reciprocity lose this one and streaks are still in play, your heart's in your throat almost as a Rec fan. But they do get the first blood. Proto, a lot to play with. And oh my goodness, Methods. We've seen players be useless in the water. However, Methods has managed to flank all the way around. He's spotted Shawnee as well. It looks like he's dipping back in here. Proto, though, the man of the match by all means so far. So good here. Again, another shot punch here coming through for Proto, and that should be another for Skies as well. 2v1. It does favor Rec as one does fall, and that will be Proto finally taken down. Skies just looking, trying to find someone. Spots Wuskins in the garage there, and maybe, just maybe, finds the double, but Wuskins, like any smart player here, plays that clock.
Just got to do it. There we go. I want to call Denz out. Currently sitting at 2 and 4. Before this round, he had nothing. Absolutely nothing in the bag. And it was a real bad look for him. But now with that bomb detonation again. Ooh, nobody dies. Important to note. Wuskins got a kill that round. So, again, working towards streaks, working towards something. Yeah, Denz is having a bit of a blunder from down under. But at the moment, on the rebound, that's what you want to see for Rec. Big plays. Again, we call that Methods. Making a lot of work of that. Thermal scoped ICR on the outside of the map by Lambo. Skies, lovely 2-piece here. Again, that's such a great way to just enter that round. Get yourself involved in a big way. Skies is one of those players who he can have such an incredible impact. He's an amazing start in the first hard point. He was exceptional and instrumental in that victory there. Now he's trying to get himself a bit more of a lead at 2-3 as we go into the 6th round. Reciprocity finding themselves now building those specialists. Waskins almost at the War Machine, Tommy almost at the Grav Slam, and Shawnee nearly at his famed Annihilator now.
1 minute and 13 on the clock here. Round number 6. Again, it's a huge round for Reciprocity. I think to tie this up would be a big, big landmark for these guys. You don't want to go down 4-2. 60 seconds ticking here. You see number 5, Shawnee, back in the water, lurking around B. Skies does take damage, and as this time ticks away, this is favoring Reciprocity. However, Lightning Strike has just been pinged from Proto. All the information in the world, and you expect to start to see these grey arrows kind of push forward now and make their move. What's he going to call it? The Lightning Strike has been called in now. Tommy gone, Zed gone, and A is open.
Oh, open indeed. Waskins now got to back up. They need to consolidate their numbers now towards the site, because, man, it's looking very UYU, and what do you know? There goes another 5v2 right now. This has been clinical precision with that Lightning Strike. Clinical precision now with the bomb going down. Can they make this a perfect round, a flawless round, a clean sheet to get themselves that 4th round in the 6th?
Waskins is going to deny that. However, still at a 4v2, very difficult position here. Waskins going to be tagged up. Shawnee not able to connect. Shawnee's going to feel the wrath of Skies. And now we're just 1 player alive. Waskin, he doesn't want to let that bomb detonate, because again, that could give Proto his Lightning Strike back. And he's on the flank. He's got a War Machine to play with. He's actually 325 away from streaks himself. I mean, it's a tough call, but with 10 seconds left, it looks like he's staying alive. It looks like he's playing for himself, playing for his squad. He's going to find one as well. He's going to go down, and he's not going to, of course, give it to them. Waskins smarter than I. Thought he was going to play for it for a second, but nevertheless, going to head it into, I believe, our 7th round here, 4-2. I'll tell you what, UIU, they look very, very strong on both offense and defense here.
That was, I mean, the Lightning Strike was absolutely ideal. You take care of 2, Tommy and Zed go down early, and then they force the play. The remaining 3 members of Rec have to hit the bomb site, because you know that's what's going down now. You got the numbers, you play it smart. Waskins, unfortunately, unable to make anything happen there as he's sitting at 9-4. Zed, 1-5, not great from him. 1-5 as well for Knight, but hey, man, when you're winning, 1-6 for Methods as well, as I spray my eyes across the kills there. Knight just getting away by the skin of his teeth there as Zed tries to find these kills, and these players just to his right there in the office. Can Zed take care of business?
Oh, my, Knight.
No.
The man in shining armor finds 2 with the Paladin. And the round could be over just like that here. Mayhem and Knight are going to find the final kill. Reciprocity. Wow.
I take it all back. I take everything back I said about Knight. I take it all back. Snipes like that. And running the Strife instead of the Mozu.
Here we go. We get to see it. Boom. Oh, see ya.
No.
And then he jumps on in with a pistol as well. He actually gets the final kill, I believe. But not... Oh, I was going to say not on the kill cam. It is. Just like that. Knight, incredible stuff.
Getting gifted the collapse like that. I mean, man. Knight bounces back. Straight back into this, and that's a decisive round win. This is it. Match point for UIU. Reciprocity specialists almost at the ready again. Waskins good to go. Shawnee's nearly got the Annihilator. Tommy's nearly got the Grav Slam. All of them are in on A and the defense. And again, it's such a very, very slow offensive round for the likes of UIU. Mayhem, he's edging forwards. No one really in a position to tackle a site, but again, hoping for Reciprocity to make that first mistake, hoping for Rec to peek and get a little bit of a peel, get a bit of an easy kill on them as they surge forward. On the other side of the board, you know, specialists, Skies, Tempest ready, Knight very, very close to that TAC 5. We'll potentially get that in this round, and an early investment just to seal it. Here we go.
It is all about those streak investments. And as the time is dwindling away here, you will see UIU push forward. You'll see Tommy just lingering back and forward, a player who is perfectly fine. Oh, there's the TAC 5 boost as well. There's the drone squad. Literally everything being put into this one. And War Machine could be the savior. I'd expect Flak Jacket. However, the drone squad should be nullified by the War Machine very, very shortly. Sliding in. Zed, Balls of Steel, takes down Mayhem. He's going to find himself Pro Double. Proto has been fantastic all round long, all game long, 2v2. The bomb needs to go down. Surely. They need to challenge, and Wuskin's coming from the middle. Beautiful stuff from Knight. There is still a drone squad in the sky, and this is where UYU put the nail in the coffin. Game 5 goes to UYU, and once again, they win a search and destroy on Hacienda. They've played 7, they've lost 5, but won 2 on that map and mode combination. Reciprocity. Ah, it's a tough pill to swallow.
Oh man, that's a bad pill to swallow. Search was great for them, but the Hacienda search, not enough. Left much to be desired there, but you got to give it to the guys at UYU. You have to hand it to the Streaks. We saw exceptional work out of Proto. Absolute MVP, superstar performance on that final map. You can't say a bad thing about him. I mean, picking up Streaks, he was exceptional shot-wise. He was there when his teammates needed him, and in the end, they got by with a little help from their friends. Ladies and gentlemen, there comes the first series, 3-2. It's going to be Reciprocity biting the bullet. After the break, Red Reserve take on Evil Geniuses. Find out the exciting action after this break.
and UYU manages to get the win in the match that seemed to go on forever. Your desk is back. I'm your host, Katie Bedford, joined by Nameless, Pac-Man, and Study. And Nameless, you're the one who got the prediction right. You said UYU, and they came out on top.
Yeah, I was a little bit on the fence, right? I didn't think that, Reciprocity was going to be able to fix their hard point going into this week. There's just a lot of issues. It looked a little bit better, right? That map 1, I thought Reciprocity could have taken it when they rotated over towards that first hill, but they just give up so many streaks in the hard point. Like Skies picked up streaks. I think it was maybe Mayhem as well who picked up streaks. And you know, if they can do a little bit better at counting the kills and counting the kill streaks people are on, these hard points would be a lot easier for them. But yeah, UIU overall winning a search. Look a lot better.
3 times in a row on Seaside. You can't lose that. That's like the most influential hill, the hardest to break. They got to focus on rotating earlier to that hill for sure.
One thing about this B bomb site that UIU and a lot of teams do, and it annoys me so much, is that when you get your kill, when you get that first kill, you did your job. All you have to do is back down and stay alive. I'm pretty sure Knight just had somebody one-shot in that situation and decided to blindly just run out the door and try to immediately get the kill and got shot by 4 people. And then eventually Reciprocity took the live advantage and they lost the round.
What's weird is that Skies got the first kill from Ice Cream. He got the initial kill. The pressure was on him. And Knight decided to slide out alone, like Jay just said, with no information, that no idea was outside that door, and slid out and gave up.
Absolutely
this round was ridiculous to me. Tommy's solo challenges, and now with his teammates, which, you know, we've been seeing him kind of play the island a lot lately, like not grouping up with his teammates, and that is not the current meta of Search and Destroy. You stick together, you roam around together, and you push things out together, you gain info. He dies right there, you know, alone, and then, you know, we see that failed nade, that failed Kobe that Weskin tried to throw, and he ends up dying, but they get that bomb down. You got to think if you have 3 people, you're able to roam around at will in a 3v2, man advantage, and you get the round. Rec picks up this map win, but it was a pretty bad performance on both sides. UIU was solo flanking, picking up kills. They won 2 rounds off the hands of a solo flank. It was Methods. He flanked around to the 18-1 round, won them around. And then right here, Skies flanks around, picks up, I think, 1 kill, and then he's a nuisance.
How was no one watching the flank, though, from Reciprocity?
It happened twice.
Nobody was watching the flank.
Somebody flanked Sushi and gave it up as well.
I don't understand that. But we all know that all Reciprocity has to do is get to round 11. They are 3 for 3 in a row on round 11. Something about their special solutions round 11, they're doing it better. They're just doing it better than the other team.
So right here, I was a little bit critical about when he pulled out the Annihilator, right? Fantastic play. And I thought the players on UIU, when they peeked and they saw that Annihilator, they should have backed up, maybe tried to go straight through mid to B, because there's not much you can do in that area against an Annihilator. Those sight lines are so easy to pick up kills. You peek them, you're going to be instant dead. They did get that knock with the Tempest, which might have made them, you know, gave them a little bit of confidence going into it, but I think you got to run away.
They got the knock with the Tempest, but they didn't follow up the knock.
Yeah.
So they might as well have just dipped. If you know the other team has an Annihilator in there, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
I mean, why do you think they didn't back off?
I think that they were committed to the play at that point.
Yeah, I think they went in with the play call, and they just went with it for sure.
There was only 20 seconds left on the clock, too. It's
His
not like
control was obliteration. Absolute dominant performance, like from top to bottom. Started off the game so hot, building, you know, that progress towards those specialists, building those streaks. At that point, like, it's so tough to come back. This next round, they get so much progression towards all their stuff, and then they just get in their spawn and obliterate them. Like, the control on the side of Mayhem has been insane throughout the Pro League thus far.
Going off in control.
Going absolutely off. Every control we watch.
My only issue here is with Reciprocity. Look, they have life lead, and UIU has full control of B. They should have just, in my opinion, they should have probably just given up the B side. Just chalk it and hold on to that life lead, or at least send 4 people to the other side to try to take it back together. Instead, they kind of like solo push. They play off pacing and give up their life lead. Like, boom, life lead gone, and now it's gonna be like 9-9 going into that retake of their A point, and instead of having a life lead going into the retake of A point, you give up the look. Now the score's tied. That's not what you want.
Yeah,
you have
and
to
so
Reciprocity, nothing from that.
They're 1-5 in control now after this series, right? And we look at a team like Midnight, who is absolutely amazing at control. What do they do every time? You pointed it out literally day one. When they have a lead and somebody's getting a point, they absolutely just chalk it to keep their life lead, and it comes down to that one-on-one sight. And if things go wrong, like, they're building progression towards their specialists, they have a life lead. Like, you just have more time and more ability to win the round if you just give it up. You don't need to invest that much into it. That's, you know, some of the mistakes Reciprocities are having in control, and it's costing them maps and rounds.
Tommy individually went off here at the end of this game to secure this map for Reciprocity. He won 3 back-to-back-to-back 1v1 fights. Not something we normally like to see from players that are close to streaks, but if he's gunning like that, what can you say? He did a great job closing out this map for Reciprocity.
Zed as well, man, playing incredible. Picking up streaks, like, just making it easy for your team. Tommy, big shout out to him for that map. And all of them actually 5K damage each. That's huge, and that's what we wanted to see out of Reciprocity in the hardpoint, was a more well-rounded effort and not one player having to do it all.
And this S&D right here, it's just as simple as it gets, man. Every time, look, Proto's just running around, just building up streaks. I'm pretty sure there was a situation.
This is what upsets me.
Yeah.
Get off the map.
Get off the
Get
map.
off the map, Wuskin. Get off
Give
the
him
map.
full streaks right
Get
here.
off the map. What are you doing? You're 500.
Unbelievable.
Wuskin's 525 points from his first streak and just gave Proto full streaks.
Why doesn't
at
he
the
do
beginning
that,
of the
though?
game.
I mean, why?
I don't
know.
understand.
I don't know why his teammates are yelling at him to do it. I don't know why he didn't do it. He's 525 points off. That's a lot of points.
Not close to streaks, not anything. In this round, it doesn't make any sense to me as well. There's only 5 seconds. They have to plant the bomb. You have 2 teammates versus 1 guy that actually has a gun and 1 guy that has to plant the bomb. And you guys decide to split push and not double challenge 1 guy and then kill the guy off the bomb. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Pretty sure Sony had an Annihilator.
He had an Annihilator out too, yeah.
Even
That's
more
tough.
mind-blowing.
It's a tough loss. But yeah, on that map, we saw a lot of improvement out of UIU in regards to Search and Destroy. Even on the first one, they're playing a little bit better. Especially on that Hacienda, we saw them, you know, they were either all together, and if they decided to split up a little bit, they were mid, and they were making plays there, gaining information. That was an impressive Search and Destroy out of UIU.
It helped that Proto got streaks so early on in the game. And
Oh yeah,
them.
that's not going to hurt you.
So they got to play with a lot of information early on, pinging the lightning strike, and then when he actually called it, I think Reciprocity just tried to run through it like attach style, try to get through the airstrike. It did not work out. So big game from Proto.